We got some drama in the world of Rendlesham Forest UFO case. I don't know, a little while back, Ross Coulthard interviewed Larry Warren, the controversial witness to the Rendlesham Forest incident of 1980. It was a train wreck of an interview. That's for damn sure. And, we did a whole episode on why Larry Warren is probably not the best witness to be interviewing about Rendlesham. And Deputy Base Commander, former Lieutenant Colonel Charles Halt, seems to think the same about Larry Warren. Man. Ross Coulthard at it again over at Reality Check on News Nation. He had Colonel Charles Halt on the show to get his rebuttal to the interview with Larry Warren about Rendlesham and everything in between. Halt is a key witness to the Rendlesham incident, and they discussed why he believes Larry Warren is. Let's just watch a video. Let's just watch the video. Where is it? Here we go.
Sir, obviously you've seen the interview that we did with Larry Warren, and Larry Warren describes being in the forest on the same evening as you. And if that's correct, that means that he was there on the evening of the 27th going into the 28th of December 1980. He claims that you were there in the forest on the evening that he saw a craft and entities, beings of some kind. What is your response, sir?
That Larry Warren was not there that night, very clearly.
So tell me what you believe is the case with Larry Warren. Was he ever in the forest at all?
No. In fact, I talked to his girlfriend, Cookie Vaughn, who was her nickname, after the incident, and she said he was in the dormitory drinking at a party that night. And he was very upset the fact that he missed the whole event, so to speak.
Now, the reason why we decided to air Larry Warren's claims last week is because his claim is supported by two witnesses. One of them appeared on the program with Larry, a guy called Steve Longero. Are you saying that Steve's fabricating as well?
I don't know what motivated him, but I can tell you, let's start from the start with it. He's on sea flight. The security police had 4 flights, 4 different groups of people that rotated shifts. They would work for 3 nights on midnights, 3 nights on days, 3 nights on, and then after the 9-day cycle, they would get a 3-day break. Sea flight, which Steve Longaro was on sea flight. He definitely said he was there, and he probably was at Bentwaters, and he was in the WSA assigned there. For starters, once you're assigned in the WSA, you do not go anywhere else on your flight. You do not do anything except your assigned position there.
So just to explain to our audience, Colonel, WSA is the weapons storage
area.
And I know
a very secure area that had exchange badges and sensors and fences and all sorts of interesting things.
I know you can't comment, but there was almost certainly nuclear weapons in the weapons storage area. So,
well, I don't talk about that, so
yeah,
you can draw your own conclusion.
Sure.
And so even been said
you don't believe that Steve Longero at all left the RAF Bentwaters weapons storage area that night at all?
He couldn't leave the area. He was not. He would have been AWOL, and he couldn't have gotten out. There's no way he could have gotten out of there until the end of the shift.
Multiple witnesses say another event took place on Capel Green at the same time on the same evening, possibly involving the same object. Is it possible? I'm just exploring possibilities here, just devil's advocating, doing my job. Is it possible that contemporaneously, at the same time as you were in the forest with this group of people, another group of people were witnessing what was transpiring on the green near the farmer's house?
Well, for starters, when I arrived at what I call the assembly area where the light alls were and all the vehicles, I told everybody to stay there, not to leave, and to be very quiet and cut off radio communication because people could hear it or overhear it. A lot of people have scanners, and I didn't want a lot of publicity. Bastenza stayed at my side the whole time I was in the forest. The only time he left my side is when we were ready to come back. We came back to the assembly area, and John Burroughs had showed up. He hitchhiked out from Ipswich Town. He was not on duty. He said, I want to go forward and look again at that site. I said, all right. And he said, I'll take Bastenza with me. The two of them, just the two of them, went forward, and I could see them the whole time. Now, I wasn't watching them the whole time. They may have had an encounter. They came back and did not say anything. They saw anything unusual, or no comments. We went back to the base. Later, Bastenza and Burroughs said they had an encounter with something, but they never mentioned Larry Warren was not with them. There was just the two of them. And they were never more than 100 yards away, and we could see through the forest.
Why would these people fake a whole story like this? I don't understand why they would make this up.
Larry Warren is a very skillful psychopath that can lie like you can't believe. You need to follow his history all the way back from Project Bullpen in the States, where he got involved in that, if you're familiar with it. Sports memorabilia fraud. His fraud in England, where he sold John Lennon's glasses, hat, and jacket, where he sold Stevie Vaughan's guitar, all fakes. His fake Bud Hopkins paintings. I mean, the list is endless. I could give you a list of people that have actually had him. He stayed and lived with them for a while until they found out all that and just went crazy. He's taken advantage of so many people.
Well, Colonel, I don't think in this conversation we've got to the bottom of the Rendlesham mystery, but I've certainly given you a good opportunity to have your rebuttal to Larry Warren and other witnesses'
Well,
claim.
I would suggest that they really were interested. They need to talk to Peter Robbins. They need to go to his website, Peter Robbins, NY, New York.com, and read his 58-page rebuttal to Larry.
So he's the co-author of the book Left at Eastgate. He's the guy who wrote the book with Larry Warren, and he was apparently upset with inaccuracies, falsehoods in Larry Warren's story that he discovered subsequently, and he withdrew the manuscript. He withdrew his cooperation with the manuscript.
That is correct. You can read that entire rebuttal by my mentor in the UFO field, Peter Robbins, about why Larry Warren is a liar. And I mean, he says it right here. He's been a part of several different cons and frauds in the United States, in England. His partner says he wasn't even out there that night. He was in his dorm, drunk. And yeah, and that, Colonel Charles Halt, who has documented evidence of where he was when he was there during the Rendlesham incident, says he could see Capel Green from where he was. There was nothing going on there. There was no landed craft, no alien beings, no superiors shaking the hands of a floating alien entity, nothing of the sort. So again, the plot thickens. Who do you guys believe, Larry Warren or Lieutenant Colonel Charles Halt, the former deputy base commander? I'd love to know. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comments below. What do you think? Is Larry Warren a skilled psychopath, as Colonel Charles Halt points out? Or is Colonel Charles Halt covering for his superiors and trying to discredit Larry Warren even more? Is Larry Warren telling the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help him, John Lennon.